Welcome to Walletopia. We're looking at a very unique wallet, something that's almost steampunk-esque, called the Fusion Wallet 4 from Fusion Wallet. It's a sight to behold, so let's get into it. It comes in a wooden box. I'm not kidding, it's a wooden box, a pretty beefy one. And when it showed up, I wasn't sure what it was until I opened it because there was no branding on it, nothing else to give you an indication. It's handmade. I mean, this isn't something that he bought from some supplier. So let's get through and see what we have. And we have a piece of metal. Let's look at it closer. Unfortunately, what I got was not what I expected from their website. This is what I was expecting, as you can see in the picture. This is what I received. It was also supposed to come with a small screwdriver, but that's also apparently missing too. Along with it comes a very small package of these right here. Little pieces of wool and some sanding paper to keep it looking great. I usually don't expect to do maintenance on my wallets like this, but there you go. This is CNC'd aluminum. It provides the capability for anodized colors. Those anodized colors are in the grooves that you see here. I chose orange for fun on this, and you can have this engraved if you'd like, but really, let's just look at what we have here. It is big, and it is heavy, which we'll talk about, but it is unique, and it has quite a few features to it, which we'll get into when the time comes, but you can see what look to be card slots in here. There is something interesting in the bottom here for storage, but it is a big chunk of metal here, and it is good size too. You can see how big this is. Well, let's get into it further. Now to the feature review of the Fusion 4 wallet. And we have our wallet right here. On the exterior, both sides, we have slots, and that is for cash. Both of those are for cash. You fold them twice to get them in. We look at this interior here. This is a card slot. Cards go in the top. There is a gripper side to this that actually holds your cards so they don't fall out, which we'll show when we get into the card and cash insertion test. And you think, well, is that it? No, but wait, there's more. We pull this over and look at the bottom. We take our trusty screwdriver. We take out the screw that is here, and we pull the top out, and we have two SIM card slots here for memory or for your phone. A little place to store something. And it has a little protection here on this side, some enamel to help protect the memory cards from being damaged somehow. And you just put that back in place, put your screw, and away you go. Now, of course, I don't know if you want to carry a screwdriver around with you wherever you go. Sometimes you do. Now, a quick review of the features of the Fusion 4 wallet. Now, onto the card and cash insertion test. All right, so I got 6 cards, 4 slips of cash, 2 on each side. They weren't very easy to get in, I'd have to say. Minimalist carry on this would be 3, reasonable 6. The company recommends up to 12 cards. But really, I did a test on this, and I could only get up to 8. I had 6 in here, and when you want to pull this out, you notice you've got cash that's in the way to pull that and pull that. To get to the cards, you don't have a lot of thumb and finger access here. And you, of course, got to really pull to get them out. And, I mean, it's great because it helps it stay in place because there is a gripper slot in there that, keeps it. But, you're not going to be thumbing through all these cards to fan them out. It's really quite difficult. You're going to have to pull the whole stack out, find the cards you want, and then put all the cards back in. From a quality perspective, this is designed and made in the United Kingdom. It is CNC'd from a 6082 T6 aluminum, and it comes in 14, get that, 14 separate pieces, as you can see in this picture here, and 32 different screws. As you saw, there's a quirky feature where you can store that micro SD card in the bottom. If you carry a screwdriver with you, as I mentioned all the time, well, then I can see it can be useful, but otherwise, I'm not quite sure of that because it'd be a little difficult to get to them. From a pricing perspective, this is $100. And from a usability perspective, the maker indicates it can hold 12 flat non-embossed cards. But as I mentioned, I could only get 8 in there by way of embossed cards. He indicates it can hold 8, and I was able to get 8 in there, so that works. But it takes effort to push them in and out, even more to pull them out. It's not an easy exercise. I can imagine you crossing the street when suddenly you drop your wallet and oopsie darn, yeah, you smash the front end of a card. This thing is not light. And really, from a measurement perspective, it's a bit beefy, 3.8 by 2.7 by 1 inch. And here's the weight, 232 grams. This thing is sizable. From a cash perspective, putting cash in here was really difficult, mainly because to fold cash twice, it has to be precise. Otherwise, you're cramming it in here. And so that becomes a little difficult. So now, while I like the uniqueness and design creativity, it's just not that practical and is more a conversation piece if it doesn't rip a hole in your pocket first. Now on to the final score. For quality of 4, made very, very well, very extensive. Price of 3 for all you get, that's worth the while there. Features a 2. Really, the difficulty in getting cash in and out of there, not having direct access to the SIM card, that's kind of problematic. From usability, it's a 1. Really, this is difficult to use and it is very heavy, and perception is a 2. And that gives us a final score of 26 out of 50. Always looking for unique things. Whether or not they're useful to you, if you like this, then go ahead and get it. It is kind of cool and you could use it as a weapon. We'll see you in the next review. Bye.